Hello everybody! Thank you so much as always for joining me on my channel. My name is Sho and today I have my very first haul video to share with you. This isn't a huge haul by any means, but it is a lot more items than I usually will unbox at once. So I'm very excited to share this with you. At the very end of the year, Coach and the Coach outlet stores were doing a ton of big sales, and I just decided to pick up a lot of the little SLGs that I'd been kind of looking at and thinking about over the months of 2020, and I just ended up picking a lot of them up while they were on sale, and now here they are. They've all landed, and they aren't like super exciting or anything like that, but they're all little pieces that I've been wanting to pick up. So I am very pleased to finally have them and to call them mine. There is also one item that was newly added to the site that I thought was super cute, and I just couldn't resist it. It was just very bright and colorful, and for whatever reason, I've been in a really bright and colorful mood despite the color palette of my clothes. So I added that to the order as well. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get this little haul unboxing, or unbagging as it seems to be, video started. Now this one is, I'm guessing, going to be the newest item that I ordered, and it's just a Coach outlet piece, but it's one that they released many other versions of it with different colors, and I always miss like the really fun funky designs, so I was not about to miss this design, especially since it was a design and color that I really liked. So let's go ahead and get this open, and of course it does have a pull tab. Okay, and of course it's in its little plastic wrapper. Way, and this is it. It is specifically called the Mini Boxy Cosmetics case, I believe, and this is in the vintage daisy print, I think is how they describe it. And I love this. It's sort of a pinky red blended with gold flowers, and it just seems like such a happy little pouch. Now I have a couple of the Coach proper cosmetic cases that have the domed top, and I love those, but I don't have anything small and boxy like this, so I think this is actually going to be really helpful for me. I watched a lot of videos on YouTube, and I saw people were carrying their extra electronics wires in these, and I think that might be a really, really great way for me to utilize it as well. I definitely think I can fit my wireless earbuds in here too. And just so you have reference, I will get the measurements for you and make sure to put those at the bottom of the screen like usual. But it's, you know, just a really handy little size, and I like it a lot. It's so colorful and just like a really happy print. So I thought that would be a nice way to start off 2021. So again, this is the Mini Boxy Cosmetics case in vintage daisy print. Oh, and it does have gold hardware. The other thing that I really love, I love gold hardware, as you probably know if you watch any of my other videos. So that's always a bonus as well. Okay, so my next factory package is this larger one here. And a couple of these items are going to go ahead and be outlet pieces, and then there's one Coach Reserve piece too. So this little one here is the Coach 5-ring key holder. Now, I've talked about having key holders before. I already have another one, but what I love about this, and why I really did feel that I needed to, I would consider this an upgrade, to be honest. Why I needed to upgrade this one to this one is because, if I can get this snap undone. Wow, that is really on there tightly. Bear with me for just 1 second while I figure out how to get this unbuttoned. There we go. Okay, again, the reason that I felt I really, really needed this as an upgrade to my other key pouches is that, so not only does this little guy have 2 options for the button. So if you have a bulkier set of keys, you can always snap it onto the wider option. Because let me tell you, I can't explain how many times I've accidentally held my other key pouch too hard and then set off the panic button, and it scares the ever-loving heck out of me. Anyway, I like that it has the 2 snap options just in case I need them. Inside, it has a little slip pocket that you can put either receipts or a Metro card or whatever you might want to. You have a little slip pocket behind the keys so you could put another card, and then a little slip pocket on this side where you can also put cards or any other information you might want. But the big bonus, in addition to having the 5 key holders up here, is that it has this detachable valet key. Now, I don't use valet very often. I, in fact, almost never use it. I use it probably twice a year. But for the 2 times a year that I do use it, I absolutely love that this is the option that I have now. And not even just for valet, obviously, but for other moments when I just want to be able to detach my keys from this and not have the whole key pouch or the whole key holder hanging off of my ignition. I just like that I have the option to unclip this and just have the keys dangle, and then I can just clip it back in and have everything organized and together afterward. And I just think that's really great. I've seen a ton of really positive reviews about this. I'd always been a little bit anxious about how the snaps would hold up, and then how, especially for this valet part, but I mean, people seem to be really happy with it. Also, this was wicked cheap on sale. I think I got it for 20 bucks. I mean, for what it is, that's a really good deal. So, you know, of course I want it to last as long as possible, but if I was not able to keep it in the condition in which I'd like to keep it, it's not the end of the world. It's not like a Vuitton that you just feel like crying every time it accidentally bumps up against your dashboard or whatever. And I will say, I know that the signature canvas on these guys is generally pretty hard wearing, at least in my experience. And I've often said this, I'm not one who babies my bags or my SLGs. So I have high hopes for this. It looks like the glazing is quite well done on this particular item. So hopefully I won't have any glazing cracks or anything like that. So this is simply the 5-ring key holder. in signature canvas. Now this next piece, maybe you don't even need the scissors. This next piece I picked up mainly because I couldn't find any reviews about it, which seems like a foolish thing to do. But I have been a longtime fan of the little Coach factory pouches. Like, I love the Nolita 15 and I love the Nolita 19. And then they just had this large wristlet, and that's pretty much the only description that was on the website. Large wristlet, which is not, you know, the most descriptive way to put it. So I mainly was just very, very curious as to, you know, what this particular wristlet was like, if it would be anything comparable to the Nolita bags. And I also liked the color. I'm a big fan, as I've mentioned even just in this video alone, of the color of the gold hardware. And then I also do very much enjoy a pink shade every once in a while. And this particular wristlet has this great little gold chain, and I wondered if the size would make it kind of comparable to the Nolitas, like I just said. Sorry, I've repeated myself about 1,000,000 times there. And I would say this is probably pretty comparable to the Nolita 19. So a little bit larger than the Louis Vuitton mini pochette. I would say just a little bit larger. And again, I will get you the dimensions and then be sure to put them along the bottom of the screen. But it does have a nice amount of space inside. It looks like, it feels like anyway. So once you open the pouch up, oh, that's nice. See, none of this was shown. You've got a pretty sizable main compartment, and then you also have 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, 8 card slots if you are interested in using this as a wallet. I don't know that I will use mine as a wallet, but it's nice to know that there's the option. And then, as I mentioned, it does have enough spacing, so there's not a dedicated gusset like, say, with the Nolitas or with, say, the Vuitton mini pochette. But because of the way this is cut, you do get about 1 inch plus of space, so you definitely can fit a lot in here. So that's really nice if you want to use it as a pouch within a larger bag or a tote. Or it also has this great chain for your wrist, so you can just carry it as a clutch. I love the little detailing. This is actually really, really detailed. You can see that. And then there's another teeny tiny card slot in the very back. Does anyone actually ever use these for specifically cards? I have never done so because I'm always nervous about the card slipping out, and since it's being on the outside, it getting lost. But I am curious what people do slip in here. It does feel like pretty deep, so you would probably put like a lip balm or a lipstick in here as well. But yeah, I'd love to hear what people do use this little tiny external slot for, because I would definitely be curious about that. But yeah, I love this. I'm actually so excited to use this. I probably am going to dump some stuff in it tonight and use it when I go back in to work. But yeah, it's super duper cute. Definitely trying to kind of mimic a little bit the Louis Vuitton pochettes and their styling, and then of course its own Nolitas. I love all of those, so this is definitely a win for me. So yeah, it's just the, I want to say they just describe it as the large wristlet. they describe many things as large wristlets, and I have a couple of flat wristlets that are not at all like this. So, yeah, they're just describing as the large wristlet. It is style 73044, and this is the color IMQOB, if that's helpful to anyone at all. Again, style 73044, color IMQOB. Why can't they be more like, that's one of the things that I love about the vintage bags, you know, or even, you know, the actual physical larger sized bags with specific names, you know, the Megan, the Quincy, or now you have the Cassie, the Charlie. Not having a name does not help me. So anyway, if you caught the digits for this particular style and the color, good luck to you. But I believe it is still available on the factory site, on the outlet site, along with a lighter sort of springy green, very pretty color as well in the exact same style. So if you're less of a gold and pink person, you might be a green and silver person. So make sure you check it out. Now, my last item in this particular batch is one of the Coach Reserve items. And it too is one of those items that I just didn't see a ton of reviews about online. But I really loved the colorway, and the described use was right up my alley as well. So I figured, again, it was on sale, so why not? And it's the holidays, treat yourself. And it's just, this is really, really cute. I love this color. Oh my goodness. So this is the, I think, what did we call it? I think it's described as the Charlie pouch. Yes, the Charlie pouch with signature canvas blocking. And I don't know if it's coming up properly or looking too wonky with my lighting right now. But it's this gorgeous sort of slate gray blue. Now on the website, it looks like it's a much more sky blue, but this is actually way more in keeping with my preferences. I like this even more. This is gorgeous. So yeah, it has the signature canvas stripe running down the center with along with peppled leather on the sides, a pretty deep gusset, and then the back is all peppled leather along with a zippered slip pocket, and it is lined in that micro suede, a really pretty sort of navy micro suede at that. And wow, I really, really like this. Now the inside is also pretty sizable. You know, it feels kind of like the micro suede. It could just be fabric, but it feels like the micro suede to me. We'll see. And it has the, of course, Coach Creed on the back. And then it has two card pockets, or two card slots, two card pockets, two card slots, and then the primary compartment in the center. Now, what had intrigued me is that it said it could hold your iPad mini. And I thought, I don't know if that's true or not. And you know what? I don't know that it will. Is there a trick to it that I'm just not getting? So I'm not getting mine to fit, which is a little disappointing, but I had already thought that it didn't seem like it would get through the zipper, because of course, if you can get it past the zipper, it 100% fits the dimensions of this pouch. I don't have a case on my iPad mini, so if anything was going to fit, it would be this. and it just simply does not. So if you were thinking about getting this as a mini case, I don't know that I would advise that, but that's neither here nor there. I had actually planned to use this more as a catch-all pouch for my work totes. And I also was thinking that I would use it as a pouch in my bucket bags, which I'm getting back into. I know. At the end of last year, I was all about downsizing, and I still am, I promise. I have not lost the downsizing um, part of my plan, but sometimes you just have more stuff that you need to bring with you, and why not bring it in this lovely little pouch? I think it would also work really well as a larger clutch if you wanted to, because gosh, this can carry a lot. Like, the size of this is really, really generous, and I'd forgotten that there was a pocket on the back. I love that. And the colors, again, just a really, really beautiful little pouch with sort of the brushed brass instead of like the bright brass. It just looks really, really great. I love this. So yeah, that was the last of my haul items in that particular package. Now I have one more SLG from my purchases, and this one is actually from Coach proper and was also on mega sale. And as per usual, this is how the Coach proper boxes look. Of course, it comes with the thank you for shopping at Coach. We hope you enjoy your purchase. It was made with the quality and attention to detail Coach has been known for since 1941. If you have any questions, we would love to hear from you at customercare@coach.com or 1-888-262-6224. Coach is committed to environmental responsibility. Our packaging is made from recycled fibers. And of course I opted for the free gift packaging because why not? Everybody loves to unwrap things, or at least I always love to unwrap things. There's just something about sliding a grosgrain ribbon from a package that just feels so nice. At least I always love that. And ta-da! Really simple, but I wanted something with this horse and carriage print that I absolutely fell in love with. I mean, I would love to have the giant 40 field tote with this particular print, but one, I have about a million other full grain leather totes. I mean, I do have like 5 or 6 totes. Many of them are full grain leather. I don't use those as much as I should. There's no reason that I need another full-size a full-size tote other than the fact that I love the print. But having said that, I do really love this. So I picked up something that I thought could be very useful to me. I have a quilted card case. Actually, all of my card cases have some pretty serious dimension to them. I just am really drawn to quilted things. But because they're quilted, I have a heck of a time fitting them into certain kinds of bags. Like, forget about fitting them into wallets on chains. Like, it's just a no. So I figured I would try like a totally flat card case for once, and hopefully it will take up just enough less space to be a piece that can work for me. And the other really nice thing about the Coach card cases is that they hold 6 cards on 3 cards on each side instead of the 2 cards on each side like most card cases. And I sometimes just miss having the extra space for another card. This one has, as mentioned, the horse and carriage canvas, the signature canvas, and then I believe a glove tanned leather. And then the inside is as lined with leather as well. So it feels pretty sturdy, not crazy stiff like some of mine. Like if you're familiar with the YSL card case with the chevron quilting, it's pretty tight and pretty stiff at first, but this one feels like it'll be secure without being a nightmare from the get-go. We shall have to see how that works out for me. But I really love this, and I'm very pleased. The colorway is exactly what I was hoping for. I'm just very, very happy with it. And I love that there's just a little bit of contrasting gold stitching at the very top. I don't know if that's going to catch on the screen or not, but that's just a really nice touch. So this is described as, I believe, the signature horse and carriage card case. Or card case in signature canvas with horse and carriage print. And this is in the style C1371, color B4SIK. Again, it'd be nicer if it was called the Joe or the Penny, or, well, there's always already a Penny, but you know what I mean. If I could just call it a name, it would be so much simpler. But it's beautiful, and I'm very, very happy with it. So that is everything for my haul today. Thank you so much for joining me as always. If you found this useful or helpful at all, entertaining, please do consider liking and subscribing. I love meeting other fans of bags and SLGs and leather goods. Please feel free to comment with questions or just with thoughts about different bags. I love to hear from people, and I love to chat about things like this. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for today. Once again, thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.